In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to set productive goals for the year. Now, in the last video, we went through how we work out your values, and working out your values is super important because we need to know what our values are before we set our goals. There's no use setting goals and projects and tasks unless we know what it is that's actually important to us. Too many productivity gurus or systems out there, they get caught up in the weeds of just making you more productive without actually asking, well, what should we actually work on producing? So we've started off in the last video and the last newsletter by helping you work out what your values are and then using those values now to define what goals you should be focusing on. So I've written a ChatGPT prompt which will help you to work out your annual goals. In the next video, I'm going to show you how we break it down into quarterly, weekly, and even daily tasks. So here's the prompt. Act as a goal setting coach. We set a role telling ChatGPT how to act. Review the list of values and for each ask me 3 goals I want to achieve in the following year. Set them up as SMART goals, so you see here, and then generate a table with all the areas, goals, and SMART details in the columns. This prompt will be below the video as always for you to copy, and you can access it in the newsletter archive as well if you want the full rundown that you see on page. So I have gone ahead and stuck that into ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to go through that list of values that you gave it before. Remember, the first one in my list was entrepreneurial freedom. So it's going to start with entrepreneurial freedom and then work through each of the values one at a time until it's got all the way to the bottom. So here we go. It has asked me, what are 3 goals related to entrepreneurial freedom that you'd like to achieve in the next year? And I've gone ahead and said, okay, these are 3 goals for me. I've said build income to 100K using a new venture, no more client work, and work from Bali for 2 months. For example, these are 3 goals I can achieve in the next year. ChatGPT is like, cool, that's fine. Let me help you work out how to make these SMART goals. Now, SMART is a pretty old, one of the most basic productivity systems out there. It's making sure to set goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A lot of goal setting fails to hit one or more of these areas and therefore fails. So ChatGPT is just going to give us a bit of advice here about how we can make these smart. Obviously, if these don't make sense, then you need to tell ChatGPT and it's going to make edits. So for each of these, it's gone through and it's made them SMART goals. Great. It's then going to go and ask you for the rest of your value areas, and it's going to work through one by one by one by one by one. That's the way the prompt is set up. So it acts as a coach, and you can use it as a sounding board to set up your goals for the next year. So you see it will continue onwards like this. And then at the end, let me find it. There we go. At the end, it's going to spit out a table like this. So you can see I've got the value area on the left, entrepreneurial freedom. Next one is innovation and creativity. And then for each I'm going to have multiple goals. So innovation and creativity is launch a new innovative product or service. The next one is implement weekly brainstorming, etc., etc. It's going to put it all in this nice table for you, along with the SMART metrics. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound in one nice table for you. You are then going to manually go through this and edit it. I recommend you pull it out into Excel or Google Sheets or Notion or whatever spreadsheet software you work with normally and manually edit it. So you might find some here don't really make any sense. You'd go ahead and cut them out, or you'd amalgamate them with other goals from different areas. We do this in a spreadsheet because it's just a lot easier to edit rather than having to tell ChatGPT line by line what changes to make. So that's the output from this particular lesson. In the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to take that final spreadsheet, that final table, feed it back into ChatGPT and use it to break down the annual goals into quarterly, monthly, and weekly goals for us. So we've gone from values, working out what exactly we should be working on, focusing our productivity on things that are valuable to us, to our annual goals, using the prompt that I covered today. And then tomorrow, we're going to be covering how to convert these annual goals, break them down so they become projects that can be managed over weeks, month, and quarter, so that we can build up to the yearly goal. If you are in the VIP area and you received the premium prompt, in the newsletter you'll notice there's a slightly more sophisticated version of this prompt which will analyze all your goals and break them down by their importance to you. So instead of them all being treated equally, the goals are going to be split out more. There's going to be more refinement in selecting which ones you should be focusing on. And the least important areas of your life will be deprioritized, whereas the most important will be highly prioritized. So make sure to use that version of the prompt. It's a upgraded version, basically. If you are not a VIP subscriber, it's $5 a month, and that gets you 25 issues. So 25 issues with upgraded premium prompts and some additional benefits as well. Some free courses, and it's always changing, but there's a lot of free good stuff there. So I will see you in the next video, where we're going to be converting these annual goals into quarterly, monthly, and weekly goals, so that you can start to go from the strategic level down to the tactical level.